So you're going to need to download Zoo Multimedia and put that right in your Lesson 7 folder. You can see I've already done that. And all of the other downloads, all of the images, and there should be 5, and all 6 of the sound files need to go into the Lesson 7 media folder. So you're going to have to right-click on each one and save it into that folder. So just make sure you open up media and that you put them all in there. So when you're done, you should have your Zoo Multimedia in Lesson 7. And then in the media folder, you're going to have 3 sounds for Gibbon. We haven't done the video yet. We'll get to it. You're going to have 3 sounds for the Pattus monkey. Okay, that's the Pattus. This is the Gibbon. Okay, and then you're also going to have 5 images. So this is going to be in the background of the page. And then we've got a thumbnail and a larger image, wherever that would be. And we have a thumbnail here and a larger image as well. Okay, so that is what you're downloading right now. And I'm going to go ahead and open up Zoo in VS Code. And I am also going to open it up, get rid of that. I'm also going to open this up in the web browser. So at this point, it's going to look something like this. And this is a flexible box layout. You can see that this does link to larger pictures. Okay. The image section is pretty much done. We need to finish off the audio in the video. So kind of looking up here, okay, we can see that we define this as a Flexbox layout in article, and then 1 level below article. In the sections that are 1 level below, that is where we're defining the items. And all the other formatting that's in here, you guys are familiar with because we've been working with it. So there's nothing new in this internal style sheet. So that brings me down to the audio section, which is the section that we are going to be modifying. So what we're going to start with is under the Pattus monkey in the audio section, we're going to embed a sound file. And we do that using the audio tag. If you want the controls to display, which I highly recommend, you put in controls, because this actually allows them to play the sound file. Okay, so controls are kind of important. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my ending audio just so I don't forget it. And then in between, I'm going to indicate the source for the audio file. And that is done with the source tag. We got source equal. Now this has got to be the web URL where that audio file is located. And the location of this page is in Lesson 7. The audio file is in the media folder that is inside Lesson 7. So all we have to do is tell it to open up the media folder and grab the pattus.mp3 file. Now we said it's an MP3 file, but we also have to tell the browser that. So we do that using the type attribute. And we just say this is an audio file / and it's MP3. For the next one, and it is a good idea to give it more than 1, because if for some reason it cannot play the first file that you have listed, it goes to the second one. And so this is pattus.ogg. This is an ogg file. And so the type is audio/OGG. And then for the final one, which is basically the last audio type that browsers recognize, this last one is going to be a WAV file. And again, the type, I'm sure you guys can guess, is audio/WAV. Now, if you think you might have people that have really, really old browsers, you could add a link or just a statement that, you know, your browser can't play HTML5 audio. That would go right in here. We're going to kind of leave that out of this one, but we will be inserting a similar statement with the videos. But the audios, they should pretty much be able to play. So we're not going to worry about that too much. I'm going to click on Save. And let's go out and take a look at this. And so you can see we can play it right in place. And it's kind of short, but we can adjust the level of sound. And we could mute it if we wanted. Okay, so the controls are kind of nice. What we're going to do right below white-handed given is add 3 links to sound files. We're going to do that next. So basically, when it comes to media, you can embed it or you can link it. And the links that we're going to add are going to go right under the white-handed given heading. And this is just a normal link. Okay, so there's nothing special. I'm going to put it in paragraph, but there's nothing special really about coding this. We still use the anchor hypertext reference attribute. We have to tell it where the file is located. So it's in the media folder. And this one is called pattis.mp3. So that is my opening anchor. Now let me put my closing anchor in. And then in between, I'm going to enter the text that will display as the link. And so what I'm going to display for my link is white-handed given. And in parentheses, I'm telling it that it's an MP3 file. Now my other 2 links are going to be similar. So I'm going to copy, Control-C, and paste using Control-V as in Victor. I'm going to paste that twice. And my second file is an OGG file. So I'm just going to change the ending to OGG. And I'm going to change it over here to OGG as well. My third file is a WAV file. And at this point, I've got my links. Well, let me save. And we'll come out here and reload. And if I center click, now you can see the first 2 are great because they can play right in the browser. The problem is going to be the third one. I'm in Firefox, and when I click on this one, it actually wants to download it. Okay, that tells me that Firefox cannot handle WAV unless I add some type of plugin. Okay, the first 2 opens up no problem. Third one requires a plugin or something that I don't have. Okay, so it is a good idea to test these. At least one of them should open up in the browser, and I'm guessing it'll be MP3, but it's going to vary depending on what web browser you use. So at this point, I'm done with the audio. I've embedded and I've linked. And our next step is going to be to work over here on this video section.